Have you ever been relaxing, just minding your business, and then your dog suddenly leans into you or gives you a deep, serious stare? You definitely know the one. The kind of look that makes you pause and wonder, wait, was that their way of saying they love me? Well, no matter how expressive dogs are, they don't come with love notes or grand romantic gestures. They don't send texts or pick out greeting cards. But one thing we know they do is have secret love languages. See, these guys have a way of showing love that's a little less obvious and a lot more adorable than we already know. The trick is learning how to read them, and once you know what to look for, you'll start noticing those little moments. In this video, we're breaking down 7 hidden ways your dog says, "I love you," even if you've never realized it. So yeah, let's get right into it. Sign number 1, the nose nudge. Have you ever felt a soft little nudge against your leg, only to look down and find your dog staring up at you? It might seem like a simple bid for attention, but that gentle nose tap carries more meaning than you realize. Dogs interact with the world primarily through scent and touch. When they nudge you, they're doing more than just saying hello. It's their social gesture, which has been noticed in wild dogs' behavior as a way of bonding with pack members. It communicates comfort, connection, and familiarity. It's not just that. When your dog does this, there's also a subtle biological element at play. Dogs have scent glands around their faces. By nudging or pressing into you, they're depositing a bit of their scent. It's a way of marking someone as part of their group. To a dog, scents are important. And if they're willing to share that with you, congratulations. Your dog does not just love you, it's also attached to you. Sign number 2, leaning against you. If you've ever had your dog quietly lean their body against your leg while you're standing still or sitting on the couch, you've probably taken it as a sweet moment. It is, but for your dog, this behavior runs deeper than simple affection. Leaning is a form of contact seeking, one of the most subtle ways dogs express trust. When a dog leans into you, it shows that it feels secure in your presence. It's not just being affectionate, it also draws emotional comfort from it. This behavior is widespread in dogs that are bonded closely with their owners. It's rooted in their social instincts, just like how members of a pack often rest against one another for warmth and reassurance. When your dog chooses to lean on you, they echo that instinct in a domestic setting. Not every dog does this, and the ones that do might not even realize how meaningful it is. However, if your dog habitually presses their side or shoulder into you, it's a straightforward, wordless signal. Sign number 3, gazing into your eyes. There's something undeniably striking about the way a dog looks at you. While it might feel like they're just trying to read your next move, science tells us something more profound is happening in those moments. Interestingly, studies have shown that when a dog makes sustained eye contact with its owner, it triggers a release of oxytocin, the same hormone that bonds mothers to their infants. This physiological response is tied to an emotional connection, which happens in both dogs and humans. This unique behavior likely developed over generations of domestication because wild animals generally see direct eye contact as a threat. Dogs have adapted to use it as a tool for connection. So, it may not happen often, but some dogs are more comfortable with it than others. And when they do this, it's worth noticing. There you go. That quiet gaze isn't random. It's one of the most direct ways your dog communicates closeness. Sign number 4, bringing you toys. If your dog regularly brings you their toys, especially their favorites, most of the time, it isn't about them being playful. It is in their rooted instincts to share. In a pack, dogs offer prized items to those they trust most. At home, you're their pack. So when they offer you their toys, they include you in something they enjoy. This is a very wholesome trait in dogs. Toys, especially well-loved ones, often carry a dog's scent and emotional energy. Sharing them is a sign of emotional safety. Sometimes, it really could just mean that they want to play. Other times, it's simply a quiet moment of connection, placing a valued item near you because your presence feels good to them. This kind of gesture isn't about the object, it's about the relationship behind it. Dogs express affection through action, and offering you something they care about is a glaring sign that you're their favorite human. Sign number 5, rolling over for belly rubs. It's usually funny, and we often brush it off as a dog being playful, but it's also a sign of trust. In the wild, showing the belly is a vulnerable act. It leaves vital organs exposed and signals submission or deep comfort. Your dog offering you that position means they feel completely safe in your presence. It's their way of saying they have no fear around you, and that's not something dogs do lightly. Of course, belly rubs can feel good, and dogs quickly learn that rolling over usually earns them attention. However, underneath that habit, they are letting you know that you're someone they can let their guard down around. Some dogs do it often, others rarely. But when they do, it's not just a request for scratches. It's a physical expression of emotional security. Sign number 6, tail wagging, especially to the right. Tail wagging is one of the most universally recognized dog behaviors. But not all wags are created equal. While a wagging tail often signals friendliness, researchers have discovered something a little more specific. The direction of the wag matters. Studies show that when dogs see someone they love, their tails tend to wag more to the right. It's a subtle movement, almost invisible unless you're looking for it, but it reflects activity in the left side of the brain, which is associated with positive emotions and approach behavior. In contrast, left-sided wagging can be linked to uncertainty or stress. So if your dog's tail swings wide to the right when you're with them, it's a neurological sign of joy. It might not be the flashiest or most obvious display of affection. In fact, it is so subtle that many people overlook it entirely. But for dogs, a wagging tail is an expression of love towards their recipient. While some pups keep it low-key, others can't contain their joy. They don't just wag their tails, they take it to the next level by throwing their whole bodies into it and adding a playful hop until it looks like they're performing a little happy dance just for you. It's their way of saying, "Hi, I'm so excited you're here," in the most heartwarming way possible. Sign number 7, sleeping next to you. Where a dog chooses to sleep says a lot about their feelings and their mental well-being. Sleep is one of the most vulnerable states an animal can be in, and if your dog regularly curls up beside you or insists on sleeping in your bed, then it's a clear indicator that they trust you completely. Dogs have a long history of sleeping close to pack members. That closeness offers safety, warmth, and a sense of belonging. When your dog picks you as their sleeping companion, they're placing you in that role, a protector and trusted friend. Even dogs that don't snuggle tightly may choose to lie nearby. Your dog might not be the clingy type, but even at that small distance is still a sign of emotional closeness. Whether it's curled at your feet, leaning against your back, or tucked in beside you, that choice of location is a very deliberate sign of love. You're not just part of their space, you are a part of their safe zone. Dogs may not use words, but they're speaking all the time, through nudges, stares, tail wags, and quiet little moments we sometimes overlook. Once you start noticing these hidden signs, it changes the way you see them. Suddenly, everyday behaviors feel more like conversations, more like a connection. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you will be among the first to know when we publish next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.